What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tim. Welcome to the channel. Today we're here to talk about the disadvantages of being an entrepreneur. This is my first video. I'm a little nervous. So get some in-depth tips and insights on the disadvantages, but also you may find this video helpful as well. The list will range from 1 to 7, and we're going to start off with 7. And number 7 is variable income. What I mean by variable income is you don't have a 9 to 5, something that's steadily and reliable, something that you can depend on, that you know that's coming every 2 weeks. Instead, you have something as an influx of cash flow. You have to make the sale, or 1 week is a great week and the next week it's not. And not only that, you have to also count your expenditure. So you may have employees, or you may have to pay vendors or bills that are associated with the business. And even if you're bringing in aesthetic revenue, you have to make sure that the company is in order and everything associated with that is being taken care of. And you're the last to be paid. And I'm speaking from experience because I started my own business. I own and operate a lounge called the Dragonfly Lounge, located here in Kennesaw, Georgia. It's Georgia's only gaming and hookah bar. So I want to use this platform to tell you about all of my ups and downs and things that you should look out for. Now I want to touch on number 6. You're alone. And what I mean by you're alone, it's a lonely battle. Highs, lows, anything bad that happens, it's on your shoulders. Anything great that happens, it's also on your shoulders. You take all the criticism. You wear multiple hats. And at times, your family and friends aren't going to understand or be able to sympathize with you. And that's the bold truth. You're not alone. When you start your career as an entrepreneur, you have to manage everything from employees to payroll to the light bills, POS system, vendors, customers, emails. And regardless if you hire someone, no one is vested in your company like how you are, and you have to be okay with that. One of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing, is to find people, to find loyal employees who understand your vision, who see where you want to take the business, and can replicate some of the ideology that you have as well. And now I want to touch on number 5, endless sleeping nights. I can speak from experience, man. If you're someone who likes to get 8 hours, get your beauty sleeping, this is not the industry. This is not the profession for you. It's gonna be a lot of sleepless nights. It's gonna be some scary moments. I for one, I've had plenty of those moments, especially when I first started out. I opened my business in the heart of the pandemic. Signed the lease, first security deposit, first month's rent. Even though the country was shut down, my landlord was still knocking on my door, asking for the rent. And I couldn't open. I couldn't generate revenue. So, but that's just the type of economy that the United States is. I've had people quit on me. I've had some highs and lows in terms of the influx of customers. 1 week is great, the next is not. Great emails, bad emails. The list goes on. But that's why we choose this, right? You can put that same energy and effort into someone else's business and make them prosper, make them rich. Or you can put it into yourself. You can invest in yourself. You can invest in your vision. I took a chance. I did something that no one else was doing. I saw no one doing gaming along with hookah. Hookah's it's really popular now, and majority of Americans play some type of game, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, Candy Crush on your phone, the Switch. Like even your parents or grandparents have some type of game that they're playing, especially on Facebook if they're active on that. So, and those are the things, where social media tries to glamorize, entrepreneurship, and it's like the next big thing. Kind of similar to if you go on TikTok and everyone's telling you, oh, this is how you break into tech and this and that. It's all a cash grab. When you own and operate something, you're gonna get late night texts, late night calls. Your manager may hit you like, hey, there was a situation that happened. We need your assistance, or the government reaching out to you like, hey, it's time to submit your landlord. Like, you wear so many hats, and that's something that you had to adapt to and get used to, pretty quickly. And that's gonna bring me to number 4. You have a lot to lose. When you work for somebody, what do you really have to lose? When you work for someone, you kind of have a contract obligation. And if either party breaks that, you just go along your way, depending on which state you are in. Here in Georgia, we're at will state, so an employer can fire you for any reason they so choose to. But when you own a business, it doesn't work that way. You can't just up and walk away. And those ultimately are some of the decisions that people aren't comfortable making. You can start something and realize it's not your passion anymore, and it's hard to walk away, especially when you spend your life savings, or you signed the lease, or now you have people depending on you in terms of employees and even maybe family members. That's why it's very important to have hobbies, do things that you also enjoy. A lot of people start businesses in the realm of what their passion was, and sometimes when you mix the two of them, it can lead you to resenting the one thing that you used to love. And that brings me on to number 3, the storytellers. As a new entrepreneur, you're kind of naive to everything. So you have these gurus on social media, you'll see them on ads, TikTok, Facebook, and you're pretty much kind of like their prey. They tell you all these big numbers they did, you should follow their formula. And all you have to do is just think with your intuition. If someone's making a lot of money from something, why would they give it away? What they do is they overpromise and only show you the positive side of the business, but they never talk about the down. And this is especially paramount when it comes to marketing companies. They're so good at selling themselves, and it'll be impossible for you to know if this person is capable of doing the job or not. Your business may be different from businesses that they worked with in the past. But one thing that they all do is they know how to sell themselves. And most likely they'll provide a list of fake clients. They'll dress up in nice suits. They'll overpromise you and try. Don't trust anyone blind. Always discuss any important business decision with you, or if you have a partner. And I feel like this, you just gotta trust your gut. And this is a kicker. This is a tough one. Less time with family and friends. This is gonna hit deep for a lot of you guys. It did for me. You're actively pursuing your purpose and your passion for something, especially starting a business. A lot of things come to light. The people that you thought were riding for you really didn't. The family that you thought that had your back really doesn't have your back. And it could throw you off axis a little bit, but you gotta understand that it's a part of the journey, it's a part of the process. For me, I look at it as, eliminating distractions, But there must be a balance. We're social creatures. You want to interact with somebody. Don't get to a point where you're 60, 80 hours a week drenched in doing your business. I call it split bursts. As in, for a full hour, you throw everything you accomplish in something and you take mini breaks. And then in the next couple of hours, you try it again. But studies have shown that it's impossible to be productive for more than 4 hours. And this leads me to number one, the stress. I'm sure you guys knew that was coming. It's something I've learned not to do anymore, but through your journey, especially in the beginning, you're gonna feel the pressure a lot, and the stress can sometimes become unbearable. And I think these are the type of conversations that we need to have, the realness. Yes, the glamours, the nice cars, the jewelry, that's played, that's done. Show me what you went through to get there. Because if you didn't, then for me it was just handed to you, because you have to go through those trials and tribulations. Being in business tests your mental, it tests your character, it tests your mental grit. Can you hang with the big boys? It's a process of elimination, just like nature. You gotta be cutthroat. Gotta be cutthroat. Even when it comes to employees, even when it comes to family, friends, customers. Customer isn't always right. Isn't always right. You have to have an abundance mindset in business. It's not for everybody. This is something that you can make $3,000 one week and the next week $100, and you have to be okay with that. It's a part of the process. And this is my first video here on YouTube. Well, not my first. Maybe like my third or fourth. But hopefully, as I keep going and progress, that I'll be a little bit more or less shy on the camera, and I'm able to split my points out. But again, help a brother grow the channel. Like and subscribe down below. I'll catch you on the next one.